if they lose money on their first deal, they may never come back. Like, hey, you will just lose it everything. You know what? This is not for me. It sucks. Real estate is not what they said it is. It is good, but just because you didn't go do it the right way, that's why you kind of think it sucks. Now, like you said, he lost the mechanism that will have helped him build a long-term generational wealth by just starting on the wrong foot. I wish more people would get quality advice out there. Maybe also I might also have to blame the real estate gurus as well for selling them a unrealistic, outcome or unrealistic dreams. People should be telling real estate is not easy.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I'm your host, Micah Johnson, and today I'm joined by Wale Lawal, who's been making serious moves in the single-family residential space for about 6 years now. Wale, welcome in, man. How you doing?
Thank you, Micah. Thank you for having me. Pleasure to be here.
I'm excited for you to be here. Based on our pre-recording call, I think our listeners are really going to take some value away from your story in general, and then how you view making sure that you're successful and others are successful too. So let's dive in, man. For people who don't know you yet, what's your main focus right now and what markets do you operate in?
I am Wale Lawal. I am based in Houston, Texas. I'm a real estate broker and mostly a real estate investor. And my focus is working with rental property investors, people that are new, that are just getting started or that have some experience. That's what I do. My focus is on single family homes and multi-family homes. And I've been doing this actively since 2020. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. And I've been able to help about 400 people, by the way. So,
man, love that. And that's something I tend to see with people who are successful in real estate, is that willingness to share. There's a lot of abundance mindset in this industry from people who've actually taken the time to learn how to do it. Because once you see it, you realize it's not that you're special getting it done. You're just taking action on very particular things at very particular times, and that creates the results that you want.
Absolutely.
Let's take a step back real quick. What were you doing before real estate, and what led you to real estate to begin with?
Wow, that's actually very funny. Okay, I am originally from Nigeria. So I came into this country as a student. I went to college. I went to Prairie View A&M. Is in the Houston area. So I got my master's degree in chemical engineering, and I worked in the oil and gas for about 5 years. So while I was working there, I was looking for paths to build wealth, long-term wealth. I was also looking for a path to retire because I know I don't want to do my corporate engineering job forever. Plus, I'm an entrepreneur. I know I can never earn more than my boss. So I know that, hey, I cannot earn more than my boss. Then what is the path? So I look at a couple of businesses. I did transportation. I failed. I did a little bit of Bitcoin. I lost money. I did a little bit of even stock trading. You know what? It just doesn't make sense because they all lack one thing. I don't have the full control.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
And it doesn't have some other advantages that real estate has. So I keep doing my research, and everything was pointing me to real estate. So I, took a deep dive. I ran through Bigger Pockets and I consume all their content. I plug myself into the forum. I start asking questions. People start answering my question. And I felt comfortable to buy my first deal. So while I was going through buying my first deal, I made up my mind that, hey, this is a long-time vehicle for me. I'm going to do this long time. I'm not going to go dabble into all these stocks, all these complicated or, risky investment strategy anymore. Real estate is safe if you do it right, of course. So I hey, you know what? I want to be a savvy investor. I want to know what I'm doing. So I decided to hey, what is the best way for you to know what you're doing? Go get your real estate license. And that was what I did. Plus, everybody was pointing me in that direction anyway. So I got my real estate license in 2020, and I specialize in working with investors because I'm an investor myself. I'm not an hypocrite. I practice what I preach. So if I'm telling you buy this, it's because I'm going to buy it myself. So since then,
You better put an offer in quick.
I bought my 1, 2, 3 property within that same year. So it was a lot of momentum I already built. So I kind of boom, 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 implement them in that 2020. I bought 3 rental properties. Now, fast forward to 2021, I saw that, hey, I'm now making more money in my real estate sales business than my corporate engineering job, even though I have a master's degree. So I was now losing more money also because I can't, you're on the clock, 9 to 5. I can't do anything in real estate sales. Why? So I had to resign honorably in July 2021 to do real estate full time. And since then, I've been crushing it. I've been able to help about 400 new and experienced investors to start and scale their rental portfolio. And I continue to build my personal portfolio as well, because that's how I got started. I don't forget the beginning. So currently I have about 30 rental units, and I'm currently doing a 5 development. I'm building 5 duplexes in the Houston area, which I'm sure we're going to get into. So not to take much of your time, that's my background and what I'm currently doing. Right?
No, that's awesome, man. I love to hear people's stories of just what led them to the industry, because it's so common to hear once you get in real estate, that control factor that I can make way more of an effect on my own life on purpose than I can really anywhere else. And when you really love that industry and you get into it like you have, you find the success that you do. So
Absolutely.
let's talk about the deals that you look for. Take us through what makes it a deal for you. What exactly is your strategy? Because you're going long-term hold. That's what you're after, building that generational wealth. What's the most important thing in a property that you're looking at?
Well, my strategy has changed over the years, as you know, right? When you're getting started, there's so much you don't know, right? So much you don't know. I bought a couple of bad deals. I'm not going to be too shy to say that, or I'm not going to be too arrogant to think I know everything. I do not know everything. Getting started, my first 2 deals were not that great. So bought in a Class D neighborhood, 4 tenants, quality, among other things. So what I look for these days, also because I've made a lot of progress. I've learned so much through my mistakes, through some trial and errors, and through some mistake of other people. So my strategy has evolved over time. As I have more experience, I'm tweaking my strategy. So, and that's why people need to get started, because they can't know everything at the beginning. I wish there's a magic pill. There's just not. So I used to buy, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, Class C-ish is what I used to look for before, but now I have shifted to more of Class A and Class B neighborhood, because my time is now worth way more than chasing a crappy $150,000 rental property in a Class D or Class C neighborhood, or dirty looking property that I know will suck a lot of my time. So right now, I mean, most people might not agree with this one, because we all different, right? We all know what our time is worth, right? So for me, my time is worth way more than chasing a dirty looking property that need tons and tons of work. Now, I do have the resources. I have the contractor, everybody to do it for me, but I still need to manage them, right? Which I don't want to. And again,
Yeah.
people need to know themselves. You got to know thyself. The strategy is not for everybody. If you know you are a busy person, go turnkey route. So that's what I'm doing right now. I look for new construction, but what I do is I try to negotiate a deal on a new construction. This is how I do it. A property listed by, for example, let's say DR Alton or Lena Homes for $300,000. But I know them because I'm an investor agent. I work with investor auditor, and I'm also a real estate broker. I know their secrets. I know their inventory, and I know their, fiscal year cycle when they want to move inventory. So I slide in when they are about to move a lot of inventory, and the same property they're trying to sell for $300,000, I can come in there and buy it for around $240,000, $250,000. Now I just got myself $50,000 equity on a brand new 2025, 2026 new construction, simply by knowing what to look for and positioning yourself to get it at the right time. So that's what I do.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Also, my strategy now, I'm also doing development because I've seen this. I sold a lot of duplexes. I help a lot of house hacker, people that are trying to house hack for the first time. They want to buy their first property, but they're also thinking as an investor, live on one side, rent out the other side. I make a lot of video on that on my YouTube channel. So I'm also doing the development because I see that, hey, you are selling these duplexes every single time. What does it even cost to build it? What does it even take to build it? So I'm going through that process right now. I bought 3 lots, side-by-side lots, and I've replatted them into 5. And that's
Wow.
how I'm getting my 5 duplexes I'm building. I'm building them in Sunnyside, Houston, Texas. If you guys want to go look it up, 77051. And it's going to be 5 duplexes. All in cost for me will be around, roughly, I would say around, land is about 80,000 and the construction is about 350. So 350 plus 80,000 will be what? 430, 420, right? And I can easily sell this thing for around $580,000. So the plan is to sell them because I need to recycle my capital. But once I kind of build 1 or 2 like that, I'll now start holding some, maybe, sell 3, hold 2, something like that. So that is my strategy right now. Long-time buy and hold, looking for turnkey or new construction by buying the equity, either through me building it or me buying what is already built by these big builders that are looking to move their inventory. And that is largely the strategy I preach to people, especially the busy professionals I work with, because I work with a lot of doctors, CPA, accountants, lawyers, software engineers, among other ones. So that's it.
Awesome about your experience is how you have that both sides. I got started as a realtor in the business and work with investors. And it's one of the parts that educates you more than anything. Cause like you're talking about the duplexes, when you know that, okay, right now, specifically, this particular property is doing this, then I can take advantage of that particular property. Cause you said it a second ago, strategies are not static. Doing the same one over and over. You have to grow and also learn which one lines up with you, because real estate is a huge term. There's a lot of ways to get rich slow in it, and knowing which one does it for you too, right? Because you didn't get out of a 9 to 5 to go do something that you hate every day too. It's really about finding that emotional paycheck along with the financial paycheck. Because that kind of alignment, it makes you how you are right now, man. You're smiling, you're laughing, like you literally genuinely have a good time in what you're doing. And part of it comes with knowing it adjusts. You're always learning and following, okay, what's that thing that's working now that I can do to capitalize on what's happening in the market?
Absolutely. That's it. I mean, real estate is huge, like you said. People just need to know what strategy really align with them based on the time available, the money they have, and the lifestyle they want to live. Not everybody should be a fix and flipper. Not everybody should be a wholesaler. Not everybody should even be chasing off-market deal. But when people are getting started, everything they are hearing is, hey, you got to go off market. You got to go off market. You got to go, beat up that seller to sell their house on a penny on a dollar to you. It doesn't, and they forget the marketing dollars required to get off market deal. They don't know that. If only they can look creatively on MLS, they might find a lot of deals without spending a dollar on any marketing. And why still getting protection from a rock star real estate broker like myself? Because I tell people all the time, hey, what you're looking for is a deal. Does it matter if it's off market or if it's on the market? Does it matter? It doesn't matter, right? You're looking for a deal. What if I can get you the same property on MLS, even cheaper than what you're going to be chasing around off market? Especially you are new, you don't even know what you're looking for, or you're dealing with wholesalers that doesn't have your interest at heart, right? And you don't know what you're looking for. Now you're screwed. And most of the time people will bring this kind of deal to me after they already make the mistake. And here I am now trying to help them clean up their mess. Like, man, I wish you reach out to me before you make this mess. So
if you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
yeah, you're right. Real estate is broad. Not everybody should implement all strategy, and not all strategy is meant for everybody. That's why you need to start with who are you, what are you looking to achieve, what resources, time, money, knowledge, lifestyle you want, do you have available, and chase a strategy that align with that. Again, people don't know this.
Well, it shows into how you've helped 400 people, man. And we can dig more into that about, again, that heart that shows up once you know. And then once you start to realize, because again, there's so many folks online that are sharing how they got their 3 deals. And now this is the way everybody should do it. And, they're just building a different business, a coaching one, because their real estate one was too hard. And so they're going to just start selling something else to you. And where it starts to hurt is those people that want to get into it. Because if when you're just upfront with someone and say, what are you actually trying to do? Then once you know, then you can start talking about how to do it, right? Like one of my coaches told me before, and this is one of my favorite quotes, like, we don't differentiate ourselves on what we do. There's only so many what's to do, but how you do it and why you do it, that's where it's completely unique to you. So find that thing. What is it that you're trying to do? What lines up with you? I love how you have the 3 resources. Dig back into those for me. So when you're working with somebody, how do you crank them up? What are you making them identify up front?
First of all, I want to have a proper video meeting with them like we're having right now. Understand their goal. Why do you want to even invest in real estate? Why not go to stocks? Why not go and trade, stocks? Why not Bitcoin? Why not crypto? Something like that, right? So I want to make sure I understand their goal. From them, I would now dice, okay, based on your goal, based on what you have, let's say I'm talking to a client now, is a medical doctor with 3 kids and a wife. That guy
Right.
should not be wholesaling, right?
No, not even
Right?
close.
Yeah. Oh, I'm talking to a software engineer that works for Amazon or works for Apple. He shouldn't be trying to be a flipper. and he's a manager of 7 other people under him. He shouldn't be a flipper. So this is how we now get into all these things. And eventually, once I understand their goal, I will now route them to the right strategy. Most of the time, they go through the long-term buy and hold, or sometimes they do a little bit of medium-term or short-term rental. So that is what that's the journey I take people to. Before we even do that, I know I have a YouTube channel where I educate people a lot. I send them to my YouTube. I have a free real estate course I send them to as well. So by the time they are coming back to me after our initial consultation, they have listened to every or watched every single strategy out there, and they have made up their mind based on what they know about themselves. Because no matter how much I try to pull from them, I can't know them 100% like they know themselves, right? So they will now make up their mind. Hey, Wale, based on the strategy, you've laid out, I've watched the video, I fully get it. This is the one I want to start with. Now, it doesn't mean they cannot mess with the other one in the future, but at least they start with what they are comfortable with at first, because I tell them the momentum is really important on your number 1 deal. When you do one deal, there's a way it just shifts everything for you. Like, wow, this is possible. I want to do this again. I want to do this again. And that is how, you caught the bug. I say, hey, you just caught the real estate investing bug, which
That's
happens to me too. I bought one, man, I couldn't stop. I keep going. So,
and I love that, man, because that's, in the end, that's actually taking care of people. That's actually, you're telling someone who they have a life, they have their family, they're not looking to, not everyone's trying to get out of their 9 to 5 in real estate investing. A
Absolutely.
lot of
And not
them are,
everybody should.
and
Not
not
everybody
everybody
should.
should. You're exactly
Yeah.
right. Cause there's a big difference in investing and running an investing company, a big one. And one of the things I find for the individual that wants to run an investment company, they want to run a company in general. Their goal is to be a CEO of something. They just happen to pick real estate as their commodity. That's the thing that does it for them. So really getting into their mind and understanding, okay, what are you doing? Why are we doing this? And then we can talk about how you do it so you're actually successful. Because you're right. You went through it yourself. Your first couple deals, not great. Didn't it? It's you have the bug and the entrepreneurial spirit to push through where someone else that doesn't have that. Let's take your medical doctor that just went out there and tried to buy one. He's done now. He's eliminated real estate as an option. It didn't work. And now
Unfortunately.
he, yeah, it literally left behind the mechanism that could change his family line forever. Forever.
Exactly. All because he started with the wrong strategy, or maybe he
Wrong.
got the wrong advice. And I say this all the time as well. If they lose money on their first deal, they may never come back. Like, hey,
Mm,
you will just lose it every, you know what, this is not for me. It sucks. Real estate is not what they said it is. It is good, but just because you didn't go do it the right way. That's why you kind of think it sucks. Now, like you
right.
said, he lost the mechanism that will have helped him build a long-term generational wealth by just starting on the wrong foot. I wish more people would get quality advice out there. Maybe also I might also have to blame the real estate gurus as well for selling them a unrealistic, outcome or
Right.
unrealistic dreams. People should be telling you real estate is not easy. It's
It's
hard.
not.
You
It's
just
not
have to.
passive either.
Not passive.
Like,
It could be passive. It can be passive if you get it to like some point and you're willing to take less return, because I also see this unmatched expectation. People want to do very little and they expect much. Like, man, no, where are you getting this from? But this YouTube video said I can do this. This coach said I can do that. Okay, go to the coach. Good luck.
yeah, yeah, buy in, see if it works. And one thing I like about our podcast that we do here is finding people like yourself that are in the middle of it, right? So often in them, it's folks that are way too far out in front of you that you're listening to. It's really important to find folks that are around what you're doing, that know how to relate to you in the space that you're currently in. Because like you just said, real estate does become passive at a point. It has a snowball effect, especially in long-term buy and hold. If you do it well, there does become a tipping point where you have a lot of time freedom. You can create a life where you're still spending time working, doing deals, depending on how many you're managing or whatever. Like, it becomes your personality at that point, but you control way more of your life than you used to. And so
Absolutely.
many want to skip the steps to get to that point, and you just
Unfortunately,
can't.
can't.
And it's like anything else. Your medical doctor, he didn't go from high school to doing surgery, right? Like, there was a 12-year path he had to go on from high school to then to get into that kind of position. And it's people get in real estate thinking, okay, this is going to solve all my problems now. And usually you're going through those mindsets. I'm trying to solve retirement. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. And that creates this pressure. And you're like, I got to make this go away now. And then you just make it 1,000 times worse, because the beginning of real estate is education, like anything else. I can't remember who said this, I think some billionaire at this point, but he was talking about how much in time you should invest educating yourself on something based on how long you plan on doing it, right? He's like, if you're going away for a 1 month trip, spend 1 week at least studying where you want to go, what you want to do. So spend a quarter of the amount of time you're planning on doing something, educating yourself on it first. Like, learn, don't skip that part, because everything to do with your long-term success, everything to do.
That's it. And that's the route I took. I know I will be doing real estate long term. I have chosen this is my own path to build long term wealth, generational wealth. No more dabbling into whatever I don't know or I cannot control. So what did I do? Okay, go get your real estate license so that you can fully understand what this even real estate agent doing. Plus, I was frustrated by before I even got my license. Most agents don't know about real estate investing. They don't know how to help someone like me. They just want to open the door and show me the granite countertops or the backsplash or a 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom. I can see all that myself. I need to talk about the cash flow, cash on cash. What is the rent ratio in this neighborhood? Why will you buy this in this neighborhood yourself as my agent. But most of the agents don't even own a rental, they don't even own an investment property. So I found that gap, like, oh, this is an opportunity for you to go into. That's number one. Number two, the one that now know it, they are super busy, too successful to help a regular guy like me. So I saw that, okay, what if you now become that middle ground, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm now the middle ground between the new guy that want to get started, but they are very serious. They're not dabbling around. They're not wasting people's time. They really want to get started, but they just need the right guidance and somebody that can slow down to their level. And that is the ground I'm playing right now. Hey, you're new. I can take you from zero to your first 10 rental property if you're ready to roll your sleeve and let's get to work. And I'm responsive on the phone. I give them the attention they need. I help them vet the deal. More importantly, I tell them, and I practice this every single day because I've lost money in real estate. I've bought a couple of bad deals. I tell them, this is my business philosophy. If I cannot buy that property for myself, I will do everything to prevent you from buying it, which means I'm shielding you away from mistakes. The
Yep.
only time you will make that mistake is if you don't listen to me. And what I
Right.
even do, I even took it to the next level, which sometimes people think is extreme. Hey, you're a business guy. You should just make the commission and go. I said, no, 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 no. It's not about the commission right now. I like to build a long-term relationship with anybody I work with, right? If I help you screw up your first deal, you will never come back for number two, right? So I now took the philosophy to the next level. Like, hey, if I now tell you don't buy that deal, and because I know you're going to lose money, I know you're going to sell it within the next 6, 7 months at a loss, and you're going to cry, and you may never come back to real estate. And I don't want to be the reason why you quit real estate. I would decline to represent you on that deal. That's how hard I would say, no, sorry, John, I can't help you. I like you as a great guy. You know what you're doing. You're good, but you're about to make that mistake on this deal. And I'm warning you as somebody that has done this multiple times, but it seems you're not listening. And I don't want to be part of a failure. I will not be able to represent you. Please go look for another agent. That's it.
Agents telling people no is one of the most powerful things you can do. And it's what, in my opinion, establishes you as a true real estate professional in that industry. Whether you want to work with investors or not, having the ability to understand who's the customer, what are they actually trying to do, and then getting them into situations where it accomplishes the goal, that's your job. Like, that's the real job of a realtor. And like you said before, so many people just call them, and so many can only be called because they got the keys, right? You can unlock the lockbox. That's the only reason I need you here, is that that's your job. And you'll be here at the end where, like you're saying, a good investor or a good realtor, whatever specialty you're in, you learn what they need. So you can tell them, hey, that's not a good one, or this is a good one. Or because if I'm doing it too, I can show you. And I love that. I love how you're
Exactly.
taking your own experience and showing it out, because that's what, so it actually helps people, you know? Well, man, before we wrap this up, I really appreciated this conversation. If someone wants to find you, reach out to you, possibly work with you, how do they go about doing it?
Well, I love to share knowledge as much as I can. And I built online community of like-minded people. So I'll give them 3 or 4 ways for them to find me. Number one is they can easily join my online school community, which is this is online community of like-minded investors like myself, like the doctors, like the software engineers. I'm talking about we are all on the same path, trying to achieve one thing: financial freedom or generational wealth through real estate. That's it. That's the goal. And we are doing it together. We're helping each other. So it's free online community. I'm dropping a lot of information there. I even have a free real estate course that they can go through there. Super easy. That's number one. We drop the link to the community in the show notes below. Number two is that they can definitely go to my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/ my first and last name, Wale Lawal. I drop massive educational content on the channel. Number three, if they want to work with me one-on-one, like, hey, Wale, help me cut all these mistakes. I don't want to figure this thing too hard the wrong way. Just take me under your wing. And I have a coaching program which I sell at a very cheap price. Just because, again, I don't really care about the whatever I make from the coaching. I care about you actually closing that your first or next deal, because I know once you do that one deal, it's a snowball. The domino effect will just continue from there. So I sell it at a very ridiculous cheap amount. They can also find the link in the show notes below. Or if they're ready to, hey, Wale, I'm ready to go. What's the best way to contact you? They can easily call my cell phone and I can, call that out if you want me to, or if you want me to drop it in the show note, we can do that.
Absolutely.
Anything.
It'll definitely be in the show notes for sure. Man,
Sounds good.
again, I really appreciate you being here. I love your story. I love your perspective on real estate, the way you're approaching it for yourself and for others. I think we need more folks in the space doing that, really being just honest and real about it so others are actually successful. And for those of you tuning in, if you got value from today's episode, please like this episode, share it with others. Follow our podcast, subscribe to it. We've got more operators coming up in future conversations, just like Wale, who are out there building real businesses and helping people actually accomplish their goals. So, Wale, again, thanks for being here, and we'll see everybody on the next episode.
Thank you so much, Micah. It's really a pleasure being here. Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.